Welcome to Albania,
everybody.
We are here for the next 2 weeks and we're really excited to explore this country that's becoming more and more popular now.
Yeah, it feels like everybody's here that I see on social media.
It looks beautiful, so we're really excited to explore this country. And we're starting here in the tiny village of Valbona, deep in the Albanian Alps, as you can see all around us.
It's
the
absolutely
scenery.
Stunning. And to get here, it was quite
a journey.
But it was really, really beautiful. So let's recap that.
Welcome to Shkoder! And for the next few days we're going to be going all the way up into the Albanian Alps to do some hiking.
Shkoder is a city in the north of Albania on the edge of Shkoder Lake and is a jumping off point for trips to Valbona and Theth national parks. From here you can travel straight to the village of Theth, which is easy to get to on a direct road from Shkoder and is slightly more built up than other villages in the area. Or if you want to follow our itinerary, then you can also travel to the town of Valbona, which is a little more challenging to get to from Shkoder, but a lot more fun.
After spending a night in the city, we left our big backpacks locked up at the hotel and boarded a minibus, which took us up into the mountains to the village of Komani. Here we left the bus behind and traded it for what is definitely the most unique and fun part of this journey.
These ferries transport cars and people across the stunning Komani lake, a long thin stretch of emerald green water surrounded by towering peaks to either side. The journey took about 1 to 2 hours, but the time flew by as we soaked up the incredible views. It's definitely the most scenic ferry ride we've taken so far.
After a breathtaking few hours, we pulled into port in the village of Ferry at the other end of the lake. We disembarked and were shown onto another minibus, which took us on the last leg of the journey to Valbona. Made it!
We have arrived. It was a long day, but it was quite an exciting journey. I quite enjoyed it. It's always nice to take a boat ride. It's beautiful here.
Definitely feel like you're in the Alps now.
The Albanian Alps.
And that whole journey was organised by our hotel in Shkoder. It's a really popular thing to do from Shkoder. That's where everybody starts from. So pretty much all the hotels and hostels, they'll be able to arrange your transport here for you.
Or even book your accommodation as well if you want to, like
yeah.
The whole package. I've heard people do that as well.
Tomorrow we're going to be doing the roughly 10-kilometre trail from Valbona here to Theth on the other side of the mountain pass.
Which is probably one of the most popular hiking trails you can do here in Albania. And that's the only way you can go between these two little towns. There's no road in between the two, so you have to hike.
For the rest of the day today, we're just going to be exploring a little bit, chilling out and hopefully getting something nice to eat. Most of the accommodation that you're going to find here is guest houses. There's not a lot of hotels or hostels or anything like that. Guest houses or camping really, but it is obviously becoming more and more popular. So you've got some newer looking guest houses that are just being built and some older ones that are just families using their extra rooms and stuff. Definitely worth booking in advance because they are limited, and at this time of year it's just super busy. Make sure you get your accommodation sorted. Even if the travel you can book like the day before you leave, accommodation you should probably book quite a little bit earlier if you're coming in the high season. Hey, good morning everybody.
Good morning.
We've just had a really nice breakfast at our guest house. It's about 8 a.m. now and we're starting our walk over to Theth. We've got to walk first of all down this road for about 1 or 2 kilometers just to get to the trailhead.
Yeah.
At the moment, the
Visibility is not great.
no, it's very, very low, the clouds, so
We're just hoping that we won't get too much rain today and we can
Too
complete
much.
the hike safely.
and hopefully the clouds will lift as the morning goes on. Yesterday when we got here it was pretty nice, you know, still a bit cloudy, but the visibility was good, so fingers crossed it's like that again today. Must be a very dry year because the river is pretty much non-existent and it's a wide river. Can't have had a lot of rain this year.
Not sure, I need to look it up online if they had quite a dry couple of years or something.
End of the road,
Yeah, let's go.
start of the trail. Start of the track. End of the road, start of the track to the trail. So it's either 6 hours to Theth or 6 hours and 40 minutes to Theth. We're about 1,000 meters above sea level here. I think we're going to climb about, what did you say, like
800 meters of elevation in total.
Alright, so we just made it to the trailhead to Theth. It is from here about 9.5 kilometers and we're going up about 800 meters of elevation. Don't come in November to May because it's not open.
Ready?
Ready to
Finally.
start the official trail
An hour
after.
and a half later. Okay, we stopped a few times, but
Exciting. So far the trail's been very easy to follow. They have these very distinctive white, red, white markers everywhere. Can't really get lost. There's also only really one path between Valbona and Theth, so it's really easy to follow even if you don't have like an offline map or anything. Can't really get lost. Decent trail, a little bit steep at the moment, but really pretty surroundings. And we've hit the cloud line. Getting similar vibes to when we tried to do the CMD route on Ben Nevis. Really,
way worse.
it was worse, but it was really pretty views up to a certain point and then just nothing for the rest of the time. Fingers crossed this is a thin layer and we maybe come out above it. Very steep.
Yeah, definitely steeper than I thought.
Four more hours to Theth, 550 meters of elevation. Pretty good.
Yeah, no wonder it was steep.
Fortunately, the clouds are still pretty low, probably surrounded by beautiful mountain peaks all around us at the moment. Up here somewhere is the tallest one in Albania. Can't really see them today. It's a shame. Maybe tomorrow, once we're in Theth, we'll maybe be able to see them.
Tired?
Definitely no two ways around it. This is a steep hike. It's pretty much straight up like this. A lot of the path does just go straight up. This one, fortunately, is zigzagging a bit. Requires quite a good level of fitness. Definitely one of the more steep hikes we've done recently. I think we're almost to the top now. Very close.
Eventually, we made it to the summit of the pass and were rewarded with some stunning views on the other side.
starting our descent now from the pass. This side of the valley is so much clearer than the other side. Views over here are gorgeous. And what we've actually been really surprised about on this trail is just how quiet it was. Like the amount of people on the ferry to Valbona yesterday. We really thought this trail was going to be absolutely packed, but it's really been very quiet. Like we've met people, of course, but it's all been very spaced out. You don't feel like you're in other people's way at all. Really enjoyed it.
And we're doing it in August, which is the height of the summer holidays as well, so I genuinely thought it will be packed. It's very nice to know. So nice and cold.
Fresh from the mountain. Honestly, I think Switzerland might be overrated. You all should come to Albania.
I mean, okay, Switzerland is just stunning, but definitely price-wise, Albania wins.
I mean, some of these views definitely rival Switzerland and Austria. Pretty special here. So we've arrived down into Theth, pretty spread out all across the hillside, but we think this is our accommodation for the night, which would be really cool because it looks awesome. Let's go find the entrance. That wasn't our guest house.
It looks cute though.
Keep on going, try and find it. Made it.
Yes.
That was a long hike.
Oh, it's this lost section.
Yeah.
It was really horrible.
Fortunately, our guest house doesn't serve dinner, which is a shame because it's quite far outside of the main town of Theth.
It was really great because it was very close to the end of the trail to Theth, so that was very nice. But now you have to go all the way into the town and then back all the way up after having dinner, which I'm not looking forward to.
Yeah, it's about a 20-minute walk, so...
And it's all downhill now, so which means one thing, it's all going to be uphill on the way back.
We're spending one full extra day here. We've got another hike planned for tomorrow to a cool location, which I'll tell you about then. But for now, let's go and get something to eat. Good morning, everybody.
And welcome to our second day of our Albanian Alps adventures.
The weather is really gorgeous today.
It's amazing, I'm so pleased.
Much better than the last few days.
Yeah.
We are excited to explore Theth today and the surrounding area. We were planning on going to the Blue Eye, which is like a really clear crystal pool, but it is quite a long hike, probably longer even than the hike we did yesterday.
I know, and we didn't realise it until we got here yesterday and actually had good Wi-Fi to look it up. Our hike would have been about 10 hours without stopping.
Yeah.
We decided not to do that, but we decided to do something still quite exciting.
So we're going to head down into Theth now, explore the town and go and find this other location that we're really interested to see. Probably the most iconic place to visit in Theth is the church. This beautiful building fits in perfectly against the meadows and mountains behind it and is well worth checking out.
I was just reading yesterday about this town, which is quite interesting history of it. So they had this blood field all around northern Albania. They had a law, I can't remember the name, so I'll put it on the screen, which meant that if somebody's murdered your family member, then you could avenge it by killing the male of, well, the murder itself was a male, or the male of the family that killed your family member, which meant like a lot of male were hiding, obviously, from being killed. And this place was one of those where they could come and they would be safe here because they couldn't get killed here or something like that.
Especially if you weren't the one who murdered the other person, you just happened to be from the same family. It's a bit unfair that you would get murdered as well. So I guess if you came here, you were kind of untouchable. Nobody could come in here and take you. Pretty interesting law. We're just walking down this gorgeous valley now, having left Theth. We're going to try and find a place called the Grunas Canyon and the Grunas Waterfalls. It's supposed to be very, very pretty and a lot closer than the Blue Eye was. It's supposed to be about a 45-minute walk from Theth. Hopefully we'll be able to find them. Trail is definitely not the easiest to navigate. I would advise definitely getting some offline maps before you come and attempt it. So many crisscrossing paths, there's no real markers other than one that we've seen. I mean, if in doubt, just kind of follow your gut, but we've kind of got all trails up and are roughly following it. But yeah, definitely worth having an offline map. Right, let's go to the canyon.
Yes.
After checking out the canyon, we headed back towards Theth, stopping to refresh ourselves by the ice-cold river on the way.
Refreshing?
Oh, nice.
So nice. So pretty here. Beautiful picnic spot.
That brings our day in Theth here to a close. We're going to head back into town, get something to eat, and then prepare for a nice chilled evening before we're heading back to Shkoder tomorrow. I think we've absolutely loved our time in the Albanian Alps.
Yes, it was so beautiful.
So
really
gorgeous. Definitely a great alternative to going somewhere like France or Switzerland or Austria or any of those Western European countries. The beauty here is just equally as good as there. So highly recommend coming to the Albanian Alps on your next holiday.
But nice time to check out the capital of Albania, Tirana. We're heading there for a couple of days. So excited about what the capital will be like.
So we will catch up with you in Tirana.
Bye.
See you.